Hi there, hello everyone, welcome back to the journey. I hope you are all doing very well. It's been quite a moment. I was away, I've been on maternity leave. Yeah, I had a baby and now I'm back and hoping to share more content on my journey to financial independence. So welcome back if you are new to the channel. My name is Agnes and I'm here to share my journey, simply sharing my journey to financial independence. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's topic. So today I will be sharing with you guys on how I budget while I'm on the journey to financial independence. So budgeting is a very controversial topic because a lot of people believe that you need to budget in order for you to achieve your goals. Some don't believe. There's quite a few financial books out there that I've read that are debunking anything that has to do with budget. So for me, I'm kind of in between. What I believe at this stage is that I need to budget so that I can track where my money is going in order for me to make better plans and also in order for me to achieve my financial goals as soon as possible. So the most important thing for me right now is just to know where my money is going. That's why I am doing my budget. So basically budgeting is just how you are tracking your income against your expenses so that you can see if you have any money left. So remember that a budget is personal. So this is a guide. Sometimes life will happen that you cannot stick to your budget. So you need to take your budget as your guide. It should be personal according to your own goals. And this should just be a guide on how you are managing your finances. And that's actually the nice thing about budgeting. It helps you to know how to manage your finances. So before you start budgeting, this is a guide. Sometimes life will happen that you cannot stick to your budget. So you need to take your budget as your guide. It should be personal according to your own goals. And this should just be a guide on how you are managing your finances. And that's actually the nice thing about budgeting. It helps you to know how to manage your finances. So before you start budgeting, you just don't wake up one day and say, this is my budget for this month, whatever. You need to know, what do you need? You need to know the differences between your need and your want so that will help you to know how to make a budget. So what I initially did was, this was last year, I tracked everything I did. So every time I went to Pick n Pay or ShopRite, I kept the receipt. Every time I made any small purchases, whatever, I kept the receipt. And at the end of the month, I went through, and this is quite like, it takes a lot of time, so you need to be very patient with this. At the end of the month, I went through all my receipts to see exactly what I buy. And then from there, I knew, after knowing what exactly I buy, then I categorized them. I broke them into these are my needs and these are my wants. And then from there, I was able to draw a budget that better suited my financial needs. The rule that I'm following is the 60, 30, and 10% rules. So this is my own personal rule. I'm not even sure if this is in any literature, but this is my own personal. This is how I broke mine down. 60% is going to my needs, 30% to my investment, and then the last 10% to my wants. The reason I have quite a huge percentage going towards my investment is because when you're on the road to financial independence, you have to prioritize. You need to prioritize investing and saving money. In my case, mostly investing. So 30% of my income goes to my the plan is for 30% of my income to go to my investment. So I'm gonna go into the spreadsheet, and then from there I'm gonna show you guys exactly what my budget is looking like. Okay, so this is my budget tracker. This is just for an example. I only drew this up so that I can show you guys how I would go about in making my budget. So remember, you can adjust this according to your own style and how you like it. And also, it doesn't have to be done on a computer. You can literally do this on a piece of paper or whatever. So whatever that suits you. And the numbers here are not real numbers. I just made these up. Okay, so on the first category here, we would have your income. So under the income, you would ideally list any income that you have, anything. And then the goal is how much like the amount of money that you'd want to be making. And also obviously let's say for example right now we're in May, you would then put at the end of May, you will then add the numbers on how you did in May and compare it to your goals to see if you're achieving your goals or you're not. If you need to make more money, obviously the idea is to always make more money. So the goal on my tracker here, the goal is to have a total income of 31,000. So the thing with financial independence is you will have to have as many streams of income as possible in order for you to invest or save more. So for example, in my case, I've got a salary, then there's some side hustle. Side hustle would be something, let's say for example, something that you do on your free time. Passive income would be when your money is making money for you without you being involved. For example, this is some cash flow from your real estate investments, if you do have real estate, or if you've invested in a dividend paying stock, whatever dividend that you get from that stock will be a passive income. So that's the money that you are making without you having to work for it. And then for example, a business, if you also have a business on top of your job, then that is also another form of an income. Then the second category is a very important category. This is especially for somebody who's on the road to financial independence. This is the paying yourself. Everything under would be expenses. So paying yourself first. Right now, I'm working on building my emergency fund. So if you, let's say for example, if you already have an emergency fund and you're satisfied with it, then you don't need to have that there. All that money can just go towards your investment, unless you want to save more. So for me right now, I'm working hard on building an emergency fund, and also I have a retirement account. I do have two retirement accounts. One is with my company and the other one is the one that I plan to build myself. There's nothing wrong with having more money in retirement. Then there's a brokerage account. So this is my easy equity. So you'd want to also add your debt here if you are prioritizing paying off your debt. At this moment, I don't have any debt that I'm prioritizing, so that is empty there. So for example, once I'm done with my retirement, with my emergency fund, if once I've built it, I have enough emergency fund, I can then move some other money into my other project. I don't need to have a 30% under there, but the 30% right now is there because I am working on to building an emergency fund. That's why I said make this budget yours. When you are building a budget, it has to be personal, it has to be adjusting to your own goals. Okay, then from there we're moving to my necessities. These are my needs. This is what I need in order for me to live. So house or people that have bond, this will be bond or rent for those that are renting. Then your utilities, that's water and light, transportation. So you can see I brought the car repayment under transportation instead of under debt, and petrol and insurance. Other stuff like phone, Wi-Fi. For some people, Wi-Fi might not be a necessity, but for us it is a necessity because we do some of our work on Wi-Fi, groceries, personal care, and child care. So for those that don't have children, child care doesn't have to be there. This could be maybe you helping your parent out or a family member. But if you do have children, you need to put you need to have a budget for your children. This can be for crash, for transportation, transport that will take them to school or whatsoever. Then you have your total day for your needs, and your want at this moment, our want is at 10%. So these are things that we don't necessarily need to live. So this for us would be like our entertainment, which is like Netflix, YouTube, music, going out, eating out, and traveling. So you want to have all these things budgeted out so that you don't end up spending so much money on these, because these are the stuff that end up taking a lot of your money. But whenever you have a budget on it, you can track it and you know exactly how much you planned to spend there. Then that comes the total expenses, and then the net money that you have left. So that is basically my budget tracker. And remember, this might change from month to month. So you don't have to be crazy about it. You need to be very realistic with yourself. You need to know when life happens. If, for example, this month I had a family member that needed help, I needed to help them. Obviously, I might not be able to contribute 3,000 rand towards my emergency fund, but at least the fact that I know about it and I tracked it very well, it just makes life very easy. So, the reason I was saying that we need to have at least a lot of income stream is because you can't always be cutting expenses out. with things like when you're on a lot of people that are on the journey to financial independence, they will cut out all the fun. But then what is life when you're cutting out everything that makes you happy just in order for you to pursue financial independence? So you need to have multiple streams of income so that you can still enjoy life while on the journey to financial independence. Because people that are on the journey to financial independence, they do whatever, the only thing they do is invest and save. But you also want to enjoy, for us at least, we want to enjoy life. So we want to have as many streams of income so that if our expenses increases for some reasons, at least our multiple streams of incomes can cover that. So if there's any take that you can take from my journey into budgeting is try to make as many streams of income as you can. There's a lot of side hustles out there that people can do. People are selling on Takealot. People are driving Uber on their free time. People are delivering with Mr. D. Just need to find something. Like for example, for me, I know how to do hair. I can do people's hair during my free time. Yeah, just try to do something so that you have all those multiple streams of income. And also with investing, the nice thing about investing is that if you invest into dividend paying stock, it means every quarter, whenever that company is paying dividend, you will also receive a portion of that of the profit. So if, let's say for example, you have like 5,000 Rand invested, for example, in Shoprite, whenever Shoprite is paying dividend, you will also get a portion of that dividend. So you can choose to maybe take that money, take yourself out, go do your hair, or reinvest that money into your Shoprite stock. So it's all up to you. That's the nice thing about investing. Your money gets to work for you. You don't necessarily have to take your money out. You are only taking out the dividend, what your money is making. So I really hope this shed some light into budgeting, and I hope my way of budgeting can relate to your way or help you in any other way to also start your own budgeting journey. That will be it for today's video. Please share in the comment. Let me know if you do budget. If you don't budget, why don't you budget? And if you're on the journey to learn how to budgeting, which kind of resources are you using? Let me know about all of that in the comments. And with that being said, that will be the end of this video, and I will see you guys again in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share this video with someone that you think might benefit from it. Thank you. Bye.